What's going on, guys? You know the drill. My name's Sasha, and this is the Ladcast. Our guest today is Rokas Pukstas, who's a center midfielder for HNK Hajduk Split, which is a team in the top flight of the Croatian League. Check out his stats to the right. Pretty cool, pretty good stuff, and exciting talent. And I hope to do more interviews. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome on to the podcast, and congrats on signing with the MLS Academy as well. A true honor.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure, and I'm excited.
After playing, you've been playing with Hajduk since September, and you signed professionally in November. Congrats! You're now a good few months into your time here. How are you enjoying your football?
I really like it. We just got back from winter break, so these last 2 weeks I've been training and trying to get ready before the season starts in about a month. So we're just training right now, like double sessions and stuff like that. So we're just trying to get ready for the season.
For those maybe not as familiar with the club, myself probably included, can you give us a quick rundown of Hajduk Split and what the club operates, bit of history maybe, what's up with it?
Yeah, they're in the top first division of Croatia, and they're known for like their really good academy. The first team's kind of struggling right now, but in recent years they've been doing pretty well. They've competed in the Europa League, stuff like that.
What's the overall vibe of the club? You know, is it this young, exciting team? Is it big investment? What sort of additional things can you say?
It's a older club, and just a lot of talent comes from the academy. So there's, I guess, right now, like two of my friends that play with the 19s, they just got signed to the first team. So they're really looking forward to bringing academy players into the first team, stuff like that, and just developing players and maybe selling them or keeping them for the future.
How do you view your career so far, and where do you hope to see it go?
Right now, so I started with the U17s. I play like a few games with them, and then like 2 weeks before break, I started training with the 19s, and so right now I'm just trying to get into a good, like, trying to start with the 19s, and from there I progress. Hopefully next year I'll get more opportunities, with Hajduk B.
When you sign with the club, you're actually pictured holding the number 10 jersey with your name on the back. What does that number mean to you?
Honestly, for me, the numbers don't really matter. I mean, obviously the 10 is really, a lot of great players have worn the number 10, but so it was an honor to get that as like on my jersey. But honestly, I mean, it doesn't really mean much to me because I don't know, I guess it's just a number.
Are there those conversations right now? You're in a youth club that promotes players to the first team. Are there conversations with your manager on your place in the club right now and in the squad going forwards?
Like I said, right now I'm playing with the 19, so like 2 years older, which right now it's a really good level because our U19s are the best team in Croatia right now. So the main focus for the academy right now is to win the league for the U19s. Because if we win the league this year, then next year we have the UEFA Champions League, Youth Champions League. So that's like really important to us. So I guess the main focus right now is preparing for the games with the U19s and winning the league.
I think that'd be really cool, right? To see if you're in that Youth Champions League, you get all those scouting opportunities and opportunities exactly. to progress. Before Hajduk, you played at Barcelona's Residency Academy in Arizona. There's a program that has gained a lot of recognition lately, with alumni Matthew Hoppe having great success in Germany, and other alumni like Julian Araujo and Caden Clark also having graduated. What did you learn in your year at Barcelona?
I really liked the experience. I went there mid-season, so I was only there for 2 or 3 weeks because of COVID.
Okay.
So those 2 or 3 weeks were like a really good experience to have. It's like a family there, and the players there, it surprised me because what I thought was the best players are in the MLS team, like for academies. But I went to Barca, and it was almost like as good or better than I was when I was at Sporting. So like it really surprised me as the players there, and we play as a team. So we were going to have a really good season until Corona hit.
What do you think that sets this academy apart, and what makes it so great that it's able to produce all these great talents?
It sets a platform for you come in and get like world-class training and as a really good facility. So it's a great place to be if you're looking as a developing standpoint.
Before Barcelona, again, you played with Sporting KC's academy for a couple of years. What can you say on Sporting's impact on your development?
They had a really good impact on my development. I came when I was 13, so I was playing with in Oklahoma, which honestly is a really good level. Because I mean, we have a good level, but you're not playing against good competition. So I knew I had to move at a young age so I can fulfill my potential.
A lot of our listeners and viewers are really interested in becoming a part of any academies and even MLS academies as well. How did you yourself find yourself placed into that Sporting KC Academy? What was the process to join into a program like that?
I went on trial when I was like really young, and they told me that I still need to work. So I think I came when I was like 11 years old, and they told me that I still need to work on my ability and stuff. So they told me to come back, and then they saw me play in this like tournament with my local club. And after I came in and was on trial, and they liked me, so they wanted me to come. But I was 12, I think, so I was too young to go. So I waited a year until I went to as a freshman in high school, and that's when I started. Yeah, that's how I went, and I really enjoyed it.
Although you came to them, they eventually came back to you, and you had that relationship built over a period of time, and then you're able to make that move. How can kids who want to follow in your footsteps also become professional footballers?
It's all about just dedication. You have to be focused. Like, you can't always try to improve, and if you don't have the right mentality, then there's no way you can make it.
How does American soccer, how does the system hold you potentially back from making it as a footballer?
We're too relying on athleticism and strength, while here in the Hajduk, kids 6 years of age were already doing technical drills that I started when I was like 12. So they were learning at a young age, while we were still sprinting and more like physical. So I just think we need to like focus more on the technical side of it so we can reach our potential.
Of course, your father is a former Lithuanian marathoner. He even he ran in Athens, if that's correct, right?
Yeah.
Olympics 2004, very, very cool. And your mother was a triple jumper. How did your family's athletic backgrounds influence you growing up?
My parents were both athletes, so they kind of taught me at a young age that I need to, dedicate to my craft and make sacrifices for me to make it and do something. Ever since I was young, they were always pushing me and stuff, and and I really owe it to them, because without them, like pushing me and driving me to trainings, then I would definitely not be here.
If you had to ultimately make the decision between the U.S. and Lithuania for playing for the first team, are you thinking of that decision yet, or is that to come in the future?
Obviously, I see the development in the U.S. There's so many players going to Europe now and developing, and we're really going up and up. So the U.S. would definitely be my number one decision, because I'm setting my eyes on the 2026 World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and for Lithuania, they're not really into those big tournaments. They can't really make it. So definitely the U.S. going forward.
Throughout your career so far, what's been your craziest moment?
Playing with the national team, the U.S. national team, and CONCACAF. That was really good experience, because you're playing against top teams. Like, we played against Portugal in the semis, and that was it really opened my eyes to see how many great players there are in the world. After I saw the level in Europe, that like kind of made my decision to maybe made me think that it's the right decision to come here.
Do you remember maybe playing against some like maybe Portuguese or other teams that you played? Were there any guys that you strongly remember?
I remember the number 9 for Portugal. I think his name is Hercules Nabion, and he was he was linked to going to Barcelona, Real Madrid. but he decided to stay in his local club, and so I think he's playing with the first team now. So he really amazed me by how fast, strong, and technical he was. I think also I played against Joao Felix's brother.
Oh wow, cool.
So yeah, so it was it was a great experience that too.
From the US camp, do you remember anyone standing out to you and impressing you?
I'm really close with Evan Rotundo, and he really impresses me. Like, cause he might not be the strongest or the fastest, but he controls the tempo of the game, and he's really good on the ball. So he really impresses me.
One final question for the pod. Looking forward, what's a goal that you have for your upcoming year of football?
I want to win the league with the U19s. That's probably number one, and then probably progress and try to train with Hajduk B, their second team, and and just develop as a player and become a better player.
Rokas, thanks for coming on. Thanks for becoming part of the academy, and I want to wish you good luck for your career stuff in the future. And thank you for your time. And thanks.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah.